On today's show, we look into the recent blood drive and how it impacts lives every day.
And we also move out of our North Texas area and into Tampa to look into how the growing number of tourists impact the lives of locals. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News.
What's rockin' Rock Nation, and welcome back to another episode of Season 6 of Hilltop News. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Samantha Mitchell.
And I'm Cambria Hess.
We have a great show in store for y'all today, starting with Cambria, catching you up on everything going on around the Hill. Cambria?
Thank you, Samantha. But first off, prom is right around the corner. Are you planning on going?
Yes, I'm so excited to go. It's my senior season. I already have my tickets, and I'm getting my dress next week. What about you?
I already got my ticket as well and my dress, so I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go with friends, but I'm super excited. But on the topic of prom tickets are now on sale for $85. You can buy tickets at bit.ly/RHProm26. After April 12th, the price increases to $95. Tomorrow, the 12th, is the Prom Fit Party from 4 to 7 p.m. at Men's Warehouse in Prosper. Students can stop by to get professionally measured for suits or tuxedos and start planning their perfect prom look. A florist will also be on site to help with corsages and boutonnieres. Tomorrow is also the last day to sign up for Big Art Day chalk murals. The teams can include up to 4, and you do not have to be in an art class to participate. All chalk supplies will be provided on the day of. This year's theme is Metamorphosis, so make sure to think ahead of how you can incorporate the theme into your mural. Samantha, are you going to be participating?
I am not participating this year. I don't think I'm very artistic enough for it, but what about you?
You know, I've never really been too good at art myself, so I probably won't, but I always love seeing how they incorporate the themes into it each year.
Yes, me too. And speaking of creativity, last month, students in the Rise Club hosted a showcase celebrating African-American culture in honor of Black History Month.
This year, some of them expressed interest in actually providing more educational content. It's nice to have, dance, music, and art, but also give students an opportunity to understand the impact that African Americans have had in pop culture, in food, in fashion, in so many different areas that people don't realize. This experience provided for them was they were able to pivot, learn some life lessons about how to overcome obstacles, and they showed resilience. So the product of everything that we saw for the month is because of them.
Performance highlighted months of preparation and talents of students along with staff members, including a piano performance, singing, and poetry reading. Last month, HOSA hosted a blood drive, giving students the chance to donate and help save lives. Mia Iberico takes a look at the impact it had on the school community.
The blood drive provides blood for people in the United States, as people need blood every 2 seconds. Donating can save others' lives and reduces cardiovascular risk factors like heart attacks along with regulating iron levels. Mrs. Lloyd, a staff member here at Rock Hill, tries to donate blood whenever she can ever since an unexpected donation given to her husband. When she thought that she went in for a simple checkup, suddenly the doctors rushed in telling her that she needs to sign some information for her husband and that he immediately needs a blood transfusion.
So, of course, not knowing, because we went in just for a routine checkup, fear, confusion, instant concern, because we didn't know why. We were just there for a routine. So after that happened, we really started to think about the importance of donating. Because if nobody had donated, there wouldn't have been blood for him to even get that day. And he really needed it because he was extremely low.
A student here at Rock Hill, who personally had part of a skull membrane donated to her when she was little, tells us how donating, especially blood, can save others.
But there was this guy who unfortunately passed away, and he was a donor. So he gave me part of his skull membrane, which basically saved my life. So it's a part of me being a big donor to also save other people's lives, even if it's just donating some blood. It could save somebody's life, and that makes me feel like I'm giving back from somebody who gave me life.
After donating blood, eating and drinking water is important to recharge. Once the blood drive is over, it will be distributed to hospitals for patients facing emergencies, cancer treatments, women facing difficulties during birth, and children with anemia. For Hilltop News, I'm Mia Iberico.
While there is not another blood drive at school, you can go to any Carter Blood Care location to donate. Students hoping to earn a cord need to donate twice before the deadline of March 23rd.
As the U.S. enters its war with Iran, gas prices around the U.S. have significantly increased. This is due to the war disrupting the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz, the key channel that connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. This past week, Texas had its primary elections for the upcoming midterms in November. Winning for the Democratic Party for Senate was James Tallarico, and for the Republican Party was John Cornyn. Moving over to the governor position, Gina Hinojosa won for the Democratic Party, and Governor Greg Abbott won for the Republican Party. Midterms will be held on Tuesday, November 3rd. Frisco King, a TV spinoff on Tulsa King that stars Samuel L. Jackson and Russell Lee Washington Jr., will begin filming across North Texas after this month.
Drivers across the DFW area deal with traffic every day. I looked into how Tampa locals are handling a similar problem as tourism brings cars to the road.
We're in Tampa today because we're catching a cruise ship for 10 days.
The Tampa Bay Convention Center and Port Tampa Bay continue to bring massive crowds to Tampa each year, making tourism a major issue for local residents.
It's always busy, especially during the winter months, right? So ever since I've been here, there's always something going on at the convention center or with the cruise ships. So it just seems though there's a lot more tourism every year.
Because Tampa is one of the largest tourist destinations in Florida, locals are having to adapt to life with the revolving door of visitors.
I mean, the people are great. Anytime we need to ask questions about where to go to, we always have somebody that'll help us.
The steady flow of visitors doesn't just fill hotels. It clogs the major roadways throughout the downtown area.
Traffic can be very brutal. Parking downtown is crazy.
With the help of the trolley, the city is able to relieve some of the stress caused by the large crowds.
To get the Ybor downtown, yes, I take advantage of it as much as I can.
The free trolley is an awesome asset, and the walkability I think is easy, sidewalks everywhere, but it depends on what you're looking for.
As Tampa continues to grow, the city is investing billions of dollars into transportation and infrastructure to support tourism, improve mobility, and prepare for the future. For Hilltop News, I'm Samantha. As tourism continues to grow, officials say improving transportation will remain a top priority for the city of Tampa. We had a lot of winter sports in action this last week. Scarlett Espinosa is in studio to catch you up on everything Blue Hawk sports. Scarlett.
Thank you, Samantha. Starting with soccer, the boys varsity team lost 4-1 to Plano East on March 3rd. However, they played Plano last night and won 3-1. Moving over to girls soccer, they lost against Plano East 2-3. Last night was senior night for the boys soccer team. We spoke to Wyatt Gemmel about how he's seen himself grow throughout the years.
I've seen myself grow through my senior season by just continuing to uplift my teammates, growing in the mental side of the game as well as the physical side of the game, and making sure that my teammates and myself are all staying accountable throughout the season and throughout the games that we play. One thing I'll take away is definitely the brotherhood that we've created. I mean, we've always been tight. Having our new coach, Coach L, these past 2 years has helped a lot, and it's helped grow as a team, and it's helped our morale increase.
Moving on to track, they competed at Prosper High School, where we saw both of our varsity teams place first. Aliana Asamani placed first in the long jump, Hayden Stamps placed first in the pole vault, and moving over to track events, Brinley Thomas placing first in the 800, Deja Kinner placing first in the 200. Jada Vinson, Madison Arrington, Deja Kinner, and Kennedy Thompson broke a school record of 1 minute 40 seconds and 98 milliseconds to win the 4x200. They also won the 4x400. They have their next meet at Rock Hill starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Baseball faced off against Allen last Tuesday for their first district game. Our baseball boys battled hard, going 14 innings until 12:05 a.m. in the morning. However, our Blue Hawks fell short, losing 4-5. They also played Frisco last Friday after many weather delays. Our Blue Hawks came out with a 2-1 win. They are set to face off Allen once again for their second district game tonight at 7:30 at the Hill. Be sure to show up and show out for our Blue Hawks. Next up, we had softball face-off against Prosper last Tuesday. The game went back and forth, however, our girls lost 5-7 to the Eagles. Even after a tough loss on Tuesday, the girls came back hot against McKinney Boyd, taking home a 6-4 win. We saw star performances from Prosper and Boyd. Aliana Sanchez with 5 RBIs, 1.433 slugging percentage, while also hitting 2 home runs against both teams. We also have Madeline Kerrigan, Kayla Reed, and Tatum Kemp with 3 hits each. Madeline Grossman also has 3 hits and 4 successful stolen bases. Madeline has also been outstanding in the circle, 10 strikeouts, and had 14 runners left on base. Softball faces against Plano East tonight for Teacher Appreciation at 7:15. Be sure to head on out to support our team. We have Aliana Sanchez and Madeline Grossman in studio for Game Face. Allie?
Thank you, Scarlett. Hi, Maddie. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
How's softball season going?
Definitely great.
That's great. Okay, so before we get into all the softball talk, I kind of want to talk about your labrum and like your shoulder that's been going on. I know you had a injury over the summer. How has that really shaped how you've prepped for high school this year?
Yeah, so it's definitely been different. You know, I'm used to playing softball over the summer, so it was different to be at home in a sling, you know, out at the pool with the sling on. So it's been a lot of rehab, a lot of ice. It's definitely been different, but I now have a different mindset going into the games, and I play with a lot of gratitude now.
That's amazing. I'm so glad that's like it's all gotten better and everything. With that, being a senior this year, senior season, how have you really taken that mindset into your games this year?
Yeah, so like with the gratitude, I come in and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to play each pitch, each swing. I'm just so happy to be there, and I'm just really excited that I'm able to play, of course, and it's been great.
Well, you've been a key player both in the circle and on the lineup. I mean, you've had 9 strikeouts total, like, this past week alone. You've had like 10 hits and everything. So how have you really balanced being both in the circle and in the lineup while staying healthy? Like, how have you been contributing to the team by that?
Yeah, so for me, it's always worrying about the next pitch and how I can help my team as a whole and how I can either hit or pitch. If one's not working, I try to focus like really big on the other one to make sure that I can do whatever I can to help the team.
That's awesome. Do you guys have any pregame rituals or like fun things you guys do before the games?
So after infield and outfield, we love to have a pregame huddle and talk about our goals for the game and what we're gonna do to be successful. And we always say, let's have fun and play for each other. And we then pray, and then we love to play hacky sack. It's such a great ritual that we have. And like it's been passed down, and it's just such a fun time. But we're definitely not good at it.
That's awesome. I mean, I bet hacky sack is definitely fun to be a part of. Yes. Now moving into the games, going into Prosper and Boyd, just kind of how have those games, like if you were to recap it in your own words, how have those games been?
I definitely say crazy. There's really been ups and downs. You know, we've scored some, they've scored some, but we always like to just win the inning, usually, hopefully, and we just have a great time. Prosper wasn't the best, but it was a really close game, and Boyd, we were finally able to come out with a win against them, and it was just such a great time.
How are you guys going to take that into East tonight?
Yeah, so we're coming in on a winning streak, so hopefully we're able to use that momentum and that confidence as we go into a home game, and we have great teachers being able to come and watch us, and that's so exciting, getting to play for the teachers that we chose for appreciation.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being on Game Face, Maddie. That's all for Game Face. I'm Aliana Sanchez. Now back to the desk.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Samantha Mitchell.
And I'm Cambria Hess.
Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.